Hello everyone, Will here again with Happily Ever Outdoors. So as you can see, it is a beautiful, sunny, cool spring day here in the state of New Jersey. Only downside is it has been a little bit windy, so hopefully that doesn't give us too much trouble trying to get this video review done. However, today I want to show you a really simple but really cool product from Ultimate Survival Technologies, and it is the Hex Tarp. I just need to let you guys know, if you aren't aware already, that as of the making of this video, I am a brand ambassador for Ultimate Survival Technologies. That means they send me out free gear to test and review so I can help spread awareness about their products. However, they do not attempt to influence my opinions, and they do not give me extra incentives for giving them positive reviews. So all of the statements that I make and the opinions that I express in this video are my own, and they do not represent Ultimate Survival Technologies. So the MSRP on the Hex Tarp from UST is $39.99. I have seen it as low as $29.99 on Amazon on occasion, and this product is designed to have multiple uses. You can use it as a tarp, or as a ground cloth, or as a thermal blanket, and it's going to protect you against the sun and foul weather. So on one side of the tarp, it's completely aluminized to give you thermal insulation, whereas the opposite side, you're going to have high visibility orange. Everything included is the tarp, guy lines, and steel stakes, and according to the manufacturer, it works well in combination with the UST bug tent. The weight of the Hex Tarp comes in at 1 pound, 8 ounces, and it all comes in a handy drawstring bag, which you see here. So like I just said, this thing does have several uses. The use that we're going to demonstrate for you today is as a shelter over the top of a hammock. Alright guys, so there are a couple of different ways you could utilize this tarp. This is just a very simple way you can utilize it with a hammock, and this is what I might call the lazy man's way. Very simple, very quick, and very easy, especially with the current setup I have with the UST sloth cloth hammock. First, because the hammock I am using utilizes a carabiner, I was able to attach either corner of this tarp via that same carabiner. As you can probably tell from this video, the hexagonal shape of this tarp makes it ideal for use with a hammock because it gives you good coverage on both the sides as well as the top, with leaving room for air to kind of move through on either end to allow it to breathe a little bit. Now, generally speaking, what I like to do is pull the tarp down lower on the back side. By that I mean the side that you do not intend to get in or out of the hammock, and then I'll pull it out a little further in the front just to give you a little more room to kind of get out when you're trying to climb out of the hammock, put your shoes on, things like that. And it does give you that space as well if you've got a few items that you want to set down there to keep them out of the rain. The only hardware that I had to utilize were the included stakes, 4 of them, and 4 of the included guy lines. And that was it with this setup. That was all I had to use. Now, you do have more included guy lines, so if you're setting this up free hanging, separate from a hammock, you're just trying to make like a shelter, those are included. But for this setup, all I had to use, again, was 4 stakes, 4 lines. I attached the top corners to the included carabiners, and I was good to go. So even dealing with the wind, I think it only took me maybe like 4 or 5 minutes to get this tarp set up. Here's a look inside to kind of give you guys an idea of the coverage that you get. As you can see, you do have room to move around. You've got room for some air to circulate so it won't get too stuffy inside there, and but you've got plenty of shelter, plenty of coverage right where you need it. Alright, here we are guys, just chilling out, hanging in my UST Sloth Cloth 2.0 hammock. As you can see, this setup works pretty well. You've got full coverage from the rain. Again, the way I set it up here, I was able to leave myself some open space where I could set my boots down, where I could climb in and out of the hammock. You've got plenty of room for air to circulate. So this is going to be really comfortable for warmer weather camping. And with a few extra pieces of gear, like an underquilt, things like that, you'd be good for the colder weather as well. By the way, if insects are an issue where you are camping, there are several different bug nets on the market made to work with gathered in hammocks like this, one of which is manufactured by Ultimate Survival Technologies, so you could definitely look into that. And then you would have 100% everything you need for warm weather camping. You would have your hammock to sleep in, you would have the tarp to give you shelter, and you would have the net to keep the bugs out. And it would all be at very minimal weight and very low impact on the environment, I might add. The great thing about hammock camping, as I mentioned in my review for the Sloth Cloth Hammock 2.0, is that it really leaves a very small footprint. You're not going to have much of an impact on the environment, and if you're doing something like backpacking where you're not sure exactly where you're going to sleep for the night, and it might not be an actual smooth graded out, campsite. You might be on rocks, you might be on a hill, you might be over the top of scrub brush and deadfall wood and all kinds of stuff. And so hammock camping gets you above all of that, gets you up off the ground, and gives you the shelter you need, and it's comfortable, it's fun, and it's a great new thing to try out if you haven't tried it out yet. So overall, guys, I think that the UST Hex Tarp is a really great product. It kind of hits those three key things that I'm looking for. It's practical, it's affordable, and it's useful. So the Hex Tarp definitely gets the HEO seal of approval. Alright folks, thanks for watching. This concludes our review of the UST Hex Tarp. Feel free to leave your comments and questions below, subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to look us up on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and our blog.